Great. Thanks everyone for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'll probably give about 30 seconds to a minute for more folks to join. Hi, Ty. How are you?
Good.
Mr. Keith. How you doing? Or Kirsty? Good to see you here. All right, great. Cool. Well, this is gonna be fun. Man, I missed the last one. Had a whole hi, Hannah. How are you? Hi, Jelena.
Good.
Hi, Kevin. How's it going? Welcome. Hi, Damon. Cool. People are here. This is good. It would really be a bummer if I just send all those emails out and then I'm just by myself here on this call. It'd be me and Robert just talking. And William. Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna mute you here, bro. There we go. Let me know, guys, in the chat, and William and Robert there too. If anyone's like destroying the mic or hitting us up or blowing us up, just chat there. We can always mute them. It tends to happen probably every time I do a Zoom call like this. Okay,
Hi, Zach.
Hey, Kevin, how are you? Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? Oh, I got the Celsius. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. Hey, Rob, what's up, man? How are you, man? Good to see you. Dan, how's it going, sir? Hi, Pam. How are you? All right, great. I think we should get started here. Okay, cool. So here's what I want to do today on this call. And there's a lot I want to go through, but I have noticed in the past, the best way to run a call is to let you guys come at me with whatever questions you guys have. It could be about any subject, about anything at all. And that's how we can get the most value. So if you guys have questions that are burning questions you're ready to ask me, I would love to have them at the Q&A time. I would hope that the majority of the call is Q&A. We all learn something from each other as well. So if you're on the call, you have a certain question, and we haven't got to you yet, hang out with us, bear with us, and then we'll run from there. Or we'll hopefully all learn together and go fast. If it's a very specific support question, say you have a specific feature or type issue or something going on that a support and dev team would need to handle, maybe save that specific question for the support team and dev team, and we'll jump on that on a separate channel. But if your question is about something that's relevant, you think to other people here, or you have an answer for somebody, you can definitely help someone out and answer. It's no problem jumping in and unmuting yourself and answering or giving your feedback. That's totally great and fine. I want to encourage that as well. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I'm not this amazing, perfect answer all the time. So if I say something that could be wrong or stumble through something, jump in and tell me or call me out or whatever's I guess helpful for other people. Cool. What's up, 360 VR crew? What's your name? I can't tell what your name is. I just wanted to say hi.
That's Emil.
Oh, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for coming.
Good.
Hey, Ramon. How are you? Mark, how's it going? What's up, Ollie? How's it going, brother?
Hey,
cool. Yeah, welcome, dude. Welcome. Okay, cool. We got a full call. All right. So do me a favor, chat a little bit in the chat here. Just tell me where you're from, maybe what city or what state, just so people have some more context of, who's all here, and that would be super helpful. And then number two, I did mention, I don't want to do anything y'all don't want me to do. Hi, Ty, what's up, bro? If I did mention on the email series I've been sending out that I was going to build a campaign live on LeadStack and show you what it looks like to build a campaign and move fast and start prospecting with more automations. Can you do me a favor? If that sounds like a cool exercise, and I could probably take about 10, 15 minutes to do so over a call, just press 1 in the chat, and I'll have the chat up from here to the right so I can see it. If that's something you're interested in seeing, we can rock through that. I did promise a bunch of people I would do it, so I want to make sure if it's a terrible idea, all right, cool, got some ones here, cool, great. All right, great. So yeah, so almost everybody. All right, hey Gary, how you doing, sir? All right, cool. So what's up, Mr. Jesus? How you doing, sir? Cool, great. Well, I think I'm going to stop saying hi to everybody and just share my screen and roll here. What LeadStack is this layer of tools is going to help us do. This is what I really think, as I articulate it in emails and as I share it or even make videos about it, what I'm excited about the most is that it can automate a lot of things in your current marketing, and it can also help your clients as well too. So it's kind of this dual tool, right? And what I love to do is push into markets. So for the past 4 years, almost 5 years in CloudPano, I push into markets and test them and do email campaigns and do calls and see like, what, is there money in this market? Like, can I learn something from this, right? And it's not like I'm this business expert. I really just like push into markets really fast, try to get on the phone, try to get feedback, and try to scrape out and see, okay, is there a market here? Does this make sense? So I'm going to use an example today. I prepared some notes and some data that I imported in LeadStack for you guys. This is just an example. Okay, so and actually I have my notes. I'm going to go ahead and share a screen so everyone can see what I'm talking about. And I have, where's my notepad here? Okay. The world's simplest notes. Okay. I'm going to, can I make these bigger? I can't on the notepad. It says, pick a niche, write some templates, make a cold, this is really small. I know, I'm sorry. Make a cold workflow and import some data. Okay. And then we're going to start the workflow. That's what we're going to do today. So keeping it as simple as possible. This is like really small and kind of embarrassing it's too small, but that's just my brain on paper. I like to keep things simple. As you learn LeadStack and as you learn the automation that you can do, you'll start to think about how you can more optimize the specific workflows inside the automations tool, and you can do almost anything. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do that. So I picked the niche RV parks. And just because I have experience in that, my dad owns an RV park. So I kind of have a little bit of like some background about it. I know there's a bunch of them. I know they have recurring revenue. I know they have a variety of pains and problems that I could probably solve. So not only virtual tours or street view virtual tours, but also like, can I help them with their marketing? Can I spin up a landing page for them? What kind of niche can I do a lot of things for? It does have recurring revenue, and maybe underserved, and maybe it's underserved because it's kind of a maybe lower income type of niche or world, or maybe it's just underserved because it's not thought about. So it's kind of how my thinking is. Does that make sense? I wish I could see chat. Hold on one second. How do I pull up chat here? Okay, I got two screens rolling. One second. Great. So if y'all have questions, hit them there. I'm putting them in the top right. And if I say anything too fast, I'm recording this call. I'll get the call. Just send us an email. We'll send you over the call. I'm going to put it on Vimeo, so you can all watch it later on if you want to. All right, cool. So first step's done. Pick the niche, right? It's really simple, silly, but simple. So write some templates. Okay, so in my mind, I want to send out 3 to 4 emails in a cadence and have it stop on reply. So there's all kinds of softwares that do this. I've been using them for years, right? Bringing them in-house is so powerful. So what I'm going to show you is how to do that really quickly. And first, I click on the marketing tab here. I go to templates. And I have some pre-built templates that I have for you guys. And on my second template, I might change it some because your data is what drives what you write in the email. So I'm going to pull down some data here. So like there's all types of data resources. One of the best ones is just Google, right? So like having your team pull them together. There's a tool I used recently to test out some. It's called D7 Lead Finder. It's pretty neat. So on this list here, I see from the RV park in a certain area of Texas, these businesses popped up. So column C is the businesses. Is just a sheet, right? So it's just like database management 101. We have emails in column E. We got telephone numbers in column D, and we even have their addresses. So if I wanted to do like some direct mail, or if I want to do some postcard stuff, I could do that. And their websites are here for reference as well. So in this specific data set, I have, how many emails do I got? 1,263 emails. Okay, cool. Now I can assume a couple of things about this data set. Number one, not all the emails are going to be good. Some of these businesses will be out of business probably. And also too, like maybe some of them won't be the right data. So if I'm thinking like, as I look through it, okay, so I see West Camp RV ground. Okay, let's see what else we got. Arlington Lakeside. Okay, but look, VIP finance. Well, that's probably not what I want, right? Or like Arlington Convention and Visitors Bureau. That may not be what I want. But because I know that I can serve this niche, I can kind of look through it a little bit and have an idea of what I want to put in the emails. Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much about what to put in emails. I'm just going to show you what I did, and then we can always adjust later. You can always adjust it however you want to. It's just an example, right? Just be thinking about it like more like show me the tools, Zach, instead of all the theory. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, so I made 2 templates here, and I also have a general template as well too. So once I to make a template, it's really simple. You just click on templates and click on marketing, click add template, click add email template, and you can make one right there. You can also make one in the campaign builder, or you can just make one as you're making your workflow as well too, which is oftentimes what I find myself doing, just making it while I'm making a workflow. So to click on automations here, we're going to build together. We're going to build this automation. It's going to be 3 parts. I'm going to show you how simple it is. I'm going to try to keep it simple. There's a lot of stuff we can do, but we're going to keep it really simple, and then we're going to start it. Okay, so I already imported the context you saw a moment ago. I already imported it into my contacts. So I'm going to come back to automations in a second. So in the contacts area is where you can add in your contacts, just like any CRM. You want to add in your contacts, right? Well, whether or not it's a warm contact list, say it's 600 of your past customers, or it's ice cold on Google, you can import them however you please. So in this case, the 4 columns are name, phone, email. I can adjust these filters as well too, just like you would want to do for any kind of import. So I'm going to click right here where it says RV cold import. This is what I did a moment ago before the call. 1,113 records. Here's the emails, phone number, and the name. And then when I create them right here, I also tagged them. So you want to tag contacts to keep organized. Okay. Tagging is just like a way to like know who's what, where. I just start to really grow and have a lot of customers or have a large database. You sometimes want to go back and re-prospect a list or figure out where the heck they came from. So if you have like 5 or 6 or 7 imports of the same niche, you can call it dealerships import 1, dealerships import 2, etc. When you do an import into LeadStack, you can name that list. So right here where it says this little list is up here, it's what's called a smart list. So I have my whole team on LeadStack, but this specific smart list is just shown for me. If I click manage smart list, I can go to that specific RV park cold import, etc., and I can actually manage who sees it. Okay, so I can share the smart list with my team. So I can share it with Robert, I can share it with William, Ollie, Danny, Clayton, and Anton. So I can share it with the whole team, and then that smart list will appear on theirs as well. So be thinking about the tool as I build up my sales team. How am I going to manage them as the helm, as the CEO, as the guy, or the girl who's running the business, right? Who's running the, I don't want to say girl, I want to say lady, as the ma'am who's running that thing. I've seen so many good businesses run by women. I don't want to say girl. Okay, so automation. Okay, so now we're here in automation. This is where I build out workflows. And there's all kinds of stuff already in here because we have inbound leads coming into CloudPano. You've probably seen our chatbot. That's there. Stuff that happens. So. But what I want to do is I want to create a new workflow, and I probably would typically create a folder based on that niche. But in this case, I'm just going to start from scratch to keep things simple. So here's how the workflow builder looks. So right here, when someone enters the workflow, I'm just going to start off as a tag. Okay, and I'm going to call this tag contact tag RV park. Okay, and we'll call it cold. Oops. So follow along with me here. And of course, you can, chat. And I actually can't see the chat while I'm talking. So if there's something, Robert, you want to jump, if you want to jump on me, you can. Okay, so suppose there's tag added, add tag. I'm going to add this what I just said. So contact tag. I'm going to call it RV park. Oops, RV park cold. Okay, so I already have a tag for the import, but this one's going to be if they hit the workflow. Okay, so we'll just call it workflow as well. There we go. Add new tag. So now I created a new tag, and if someone enters this workflow, that's what's going to happen. Click save trigger. Okay, add your first action. I'm going to put email. So just type in send email. And I can put this as a dynamic field. So who it's from can be dynamic. So I have 5 people that I can send emails from. We have 5 different emails already imported into LeadStack because we got 5 different salespeople, right? So rather than just send an email out right away, as I think about this, I'm thinking, well, actually, I probably want to assign the lead to somebody first so that these dynamic fields fill in. So real fast, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to click assign the lead or assign to user. This is super important for, I'm going to have Ollie, Danny, Robert, and William, and myself. There we go. Save action. So what that action does, it basically spreads out who the emails are being sent to. So if you have 1,000 emails to send out, you don't want to send out 1,000 from one email address. That will how you get hit spam and have email problems. You want to send out 50 emails a day. So think about it that way. And I'll show you in a moment what the bulk action looks like. But we're making a workflow together, so let's do it. Okay, send an email. So a moment ago, I wrote an email, and I'm gonna have it be a dynamic input. So I'm gonna have be user full name. So that's the from name. The from email is gonna be, so keep in mind, say it's William. Okay, so this is a good example. William's from email needs to be dynamic. So here it is. And then my subject is gonna be space available. Space available. Reason why is because I have a majority of RV parks in that specific. Oh, here it is. Cold email 1 RV park. Boom, click it. So I wrote this earlier, and basically it's like, hey, do you guys have space available? I'm trying to get them to open the email, right? Because I know there is some email prospecting happening in that niche. So the subject line's goal is to get them to open the email. So here's the email 1. It has dynamic fields in it. It has examples. Who's the best person to speak to is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I'll click save. So when I start this workflow, it will immediately send that email. But I'm going to say wait 1 day. And I'm going faster on purpose. I'm not trying to like impress anyone with speed. I just want to make sure I have respect everyone's time and go quick here as fast as I can. Okay, so I'm going to call this workflow RV park cold. Let's call it 4 emails. Gosh, I can't type right now. All this pressure. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to do email 2 here. So I wrote the email template already, so it'd be fast to add. Oops. Send email. I'm going to say select template number 2, just like that. And the same thing is going to be from email is going to be user email and then dynamic user full name. Cool. Click save action. And then I'm going to wait 1 more day. I'm going to send what I call just a general follow-up. The reason why I want to send 3 emails is because no one replies to the first email. I never reply to the first email. If I reply to your first email, then I may just be sitting there looking at it right away to have the answer. That's the only reason why. Okay, so let me see here. General. It says general follow-up. This can be for anything. Did you get my last email? That's kind of what it's asking. And then real quick, do a from user email, and then from user. Now the difference between user is like our user, the CloudPano team, like your team, you or someone in your team. That's the user. So keep that in mind. I'm going to click save, and I might just put a wait here just in case I decide to put in something else later or have get some feedback or whatever, etc. I might put in some more stuff later. Okay, so after I do that and it's built, I'm going to click settings. This is why I put cold 4 emails, is because I'm going to put stop on response. So ends workflow for a contact if the contact responds to a message. So basically, we don't want to keep hitting them if they're interested, right? Yeah, I'm interested, etc. Now, if they reply to a specific workflow as well, we can make a new workflow that says add to opportunity if they reply. But we're going to avoid that for right now just to keep things simple. I'm going to click publish and then click save. Okay, so I made a quick 3 email workflow. I already imported 1,100 emails. I noticed that some of those emails weren't RV parks. There were some other things, but you know what? That's okay. I have on my specific account, and you can turn this on if you want as well too, which I recommend it. And I have this past content as well about clean emails, send out clean emails. So inside LeadStack, you can verify before you send out an email, which is a really big deal. I think it's like 3 cents an email, something like that. Super important because you don't want to send emails that are bad emails. Okay. So a moment ago, back to my smart list here, I'm clicked on contacts. I'll click on more. So I have a couple lists already going. RV park cold import. Now I'm going to do what's called I'm going to do a bulk activity here. So I'm going to add to workflow. Okay. Oops. No, I'm not. I'm going to select all 1,100 right here. So watch what I'm doing. Add to campaign. It says you got them all. Just want you to know we're going to do this over time. I said, okay, proceed. I'm going to add them to that workflow RV park cold 4 emails. I'm going to click add in drip mode. It's really important. I'm going to give it a description. So RV park cold emails. Now, what's the date today?
Zach, can I ask a question?
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
Just to clarify, with this drip mode, you're saying each day only a certain number are going out?
Yeah, that's my next thing about the answer right here. So there's you pick your batch quantity. So in my case, we have 5 emails that are sending out outgoing emails. And I'll have this start actually tomorrow, just because we're on this call and I'm going so fast. Let me show. So there's 5 of us. I don't want my team sending out more than 50 emails a day. So we keep our emails health high. Email health is really important. So my batch quantity, because if you saw the workflow, it tags the contact, then it assigns to the user, then it sends the email. So if that's the case, then I'm going to have 250 sent out per day. Okay. And I have this repeat after 1 day. So what's going to happen is this bulk action of 1,100 contacts, or just businesses in this case, that are from basically Texas RV parks, basically is what this is. I'm going to import into this workflow 250 times per day, 1 time per day. So those 4 emails will start to happen. And then because I have it delay a day, the next day, in a few days, it will send out 250 more, right? So in this case, if I don't want to get above too many emails per day, so the reason why I have 50 is because I might be sending out 100 some days, I might overlap, right? That's okay. G Suite's limit is 500 per day. Okay. So I actually know my limit. Now, I don't want to get close to that. I really don't. And actually, if I can, I want to use custom values in maybe the subject line, or maybe in the email as well. So it's not all the same email. It's kind of a different philosophy for a different day. What I'm trying to do is show what we can do here. So what I may have this do is repeat after 2 days, just because I want to have a little bit more of a delay. So that would mean in about a 10-day period, I'll send out 1,100 of these. Yeah, actually 5 days, something like that. Okay, so 4 to 8 days, they'll all see the first email, and I'm gonna have this actually start between 8 and 5. I'm gonna start this today, actually. I'll talk tomorrow. So 8 and 5, 8 to 6, that's fine, and all day. So even Saturday, Sunday, why not? Okay, look, add a campaign, and it's gonna be scheduled. Okay, so that's gonna happen on its own now. While I'm prospecting or doing other things, that campaign is pushing forward just in emails. Now, if you have a high amount of inbound leads, you can also set up a SMS text message as well. I don't recommend SMS text messaging businesses directly like this, because I don't even know if they're you don't even know if they're a mobile phone or not. So kind of you don't want to get too many bounce backs. Okay. So I did that really fast. I know I was flying through it. Just kind of showing an example of what you can do and how fast you can do it. Tell me, what are your questions? Go. Okay. Was that helpful? Was it not helpful? Was it cool? Was it not cool? What do you think?
When you talked about the 250, you're distributing between 5 of your team members, so each is sending out 50.
Yes, sir.
How would that be different than one person sending out 250 if the end result is to get to those RV parks?
Yeah, so it's more about a email deliverability and email health, basically hygiene. So like what I would rather see, and rather than using all 5, is I'd rather see one domain. So I own a couple burner domains: CloudPano RE, CloudPano.io, random just burner domains. And what those domains can be used for is I can make 3 emails per domain. And each of those emails, I would have those specific accounts. I would import them and set them up in LeadStack. And now with those emails, I can send out 50 each. And instead of making a 4th or a 5th email with on that one domain, it could be Sally, Jerry, Brittany, Ben. It don't matter who it is. It doesn't have to be even a real person. Whoever responds to it, the whole team's going to see it in the conversations flow, or conversations area, which is right over here. So typically, or ideally, we have more than one domain, and then 3 emails per domain, and then you just set those up correctly. And then you don't want to send too many emails, because what can happen is ISPs can flag your email and say, "Hey, this guy's sending out a bunch of the same email. We should put it into the spam, or not deliver it at all." And no one tells you when that happens. They don't say, "Oh, we're not going to deliver emails anymore." Well, they don't tell you. It's all of a sudden you start getting responses. That's kind of how it works. Does that make sense? Sort of, yes, maybe. So yeah, so that's a quick workflow build. Stephanie has her hand up. Go ahead, Stephanie. I'm ready for you.
Okay, so maybe I missed it, but what is the purpose of you sending all these emails to the RV parks? What are you trying to do for them through the lead stack?
Yeah. So whatever services I offer is what I want to show them or talk to them about. So in this specific, in a cold email campaign, I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to get a reply. Who's the best contact to talk about y'all's marketing right now? So if I can figure that out, then I can call that person and say, hey, it's Zach. I was, forwarded your information about the, let's see, Cobblestone RV Park or whatever it is. And I would love to talk about some of our services we do. We create virtual tours for RV parks, or we also do some other things as well too for marketing. Are you guys full right now? What's the current state of the RV park, and how can I help you guys, in some way for free to build some rapport? And it's a simple call like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't want to do necessarily with my time anyways, is I don't want to call every single number on the list of 1,000 when maybe only like 50 are in the market right now. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to use the emails as an efficiency. So how can I really talk?
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. So
You
do you
dig it?
have a form email?
I'm sorry? Say again? I can't hear you, Mr. James. So Stephanie, did I answer your question?
Yes, and then my follow-up would be like, where did you get all these emails? Like these 1,100 contacts, where do you even go to get a list like that?
Great question. So there's a lot of places you can go to get lists based on the niche. Like associations are a great place to go get a list. We have a data mining team we use sometimes. Say, hey, here's a website link. Can you pull all these names, emails, and phone numbers off this website? Which can be just simple as just like a listing site. You can also get them from different scraping tools, like D7 Lead Finder is a good example. I used it before. It's not always good data, but it's something to start with. You can buy a list as well. It's kind of an infinite amount of lists that exist, I would say. Also, too, you can enrich domains. So, like if you can go use a tool called Hunter, where like you plug in a domain and it spits out 10 emails that are on that server, and you can email that whole entire list. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. One second.
Is that something that we're going to learn how to do within this training program?
Well, LeadStack is the software to go do it. We do have a bunch of modules about that stuff in the VTPS program. I'm not sure if you remember that or not, but we talk about all those things, like how to pull data, et cetera, how to basically have an infinite amount of leads. Now, in the past, we didn't have LeadStack to show off. It was just like a variety of tools. Like we had for funnel building, it was ClickFunnels. For calendars, it was Calendly. For email building, there's like Mailshake, and there's SmartReach, and there's all types of email services. So now it's all kind of in one place. So rather than having a CRM like Close.io or HubSpot or whatever, you have everything kind of right here in one place. And the stuff that we're building as well, you guys get access to. So for example, let's see if I have access to it here real fast. Well, I got to open up a different account. One second. Where is my CloudPano 3? Here it is. So we have this template essentially that everyone gets access to if they grab LeadStack. So this is basically a lead capture funnel template. It's really, really simple, but you can change it however you want to. Which is super nice. So anybody who jumps in, this is already going to be inside their account. And so we're also building out our Power Dollar automation for this template as well. So Power Dollar is just basically like where you can call a list and do automated activities. So this is an example of a funnel template that we've shown before in the past. And the goal is that when they click it, they have their information. So you can run traffic to this. Simple PPC ads are a great place to start. And this stuff's already pre-built, so you can change it out to whatever your portfolio, whatever your services are. It's kind of just a base template to get you started. And then William helps out along the way too, like if you have questions in regards to this kind of stuff. So, but this is already in your account, which is nice. And we show you how to build out some extra funnels as well too. So for example, I use the RV park niche. What I would do is I would probably get some RV park examples, make a quick sub page that says RV park virtual tours, and put some on there and say, here's some examples, click here. And it looks like the affinity matches, the marketing message matches the niche. And that's just, as that's going, the emails are going, they're going back to that page. Okay, this looks legit, looks pretty cool. And our chatbot's right there, LeadStack chatbot, so that you can hit it, talk to you, all of a sudden, boom, your phone goes off, and right on a mobile app, you you start chatting them right there on your phone, which is really, really cool. Does that make sense? Track with me here. Yell at me.
Zach, Steve Mallory.
Steve, where you at, Steve?
I have a quick thanks. I have a quick
Oh, hey,
question. Not so on your content of the first or maybe second cold email. I noticed you didn't have any hyperlinks back to your website. What are your thoughts? You want to hold that for the second email, or do you want to? Was that just omitted because in an effort of speed?
I was going fast as I possibly could, but there's a variety. So there's all types of things you can do. And I'm just gonna stop sharing for a moment. I've tested a lot of things. What I notice is when you do contact the right person, like who is the decision maker, maybe it's not like a person or an admin or someone who runs a certain email, et cetera. When you get the right person in there, sometimes their reply is going to be, they either are going to take action and book a call because they're interested, or they're going to forward your email to the person who is now required to book a call because they work for them. Or sometimes I've had somebody just call me, leave a voicemail. So there's no clicking around. It's no like, hey, I'm interested. Like the people that like our decision makers are pretty busy. So what I'm trying to do is like, rather than have them go to a place where they can click around for a long time and maybe kind of like forget about me, just book a call. Click the calendar, book a call, and or text me, right? So that's the kind of stuff that I like. I want to seem as authentic as possible. It's the way I look at it too is like from my own experience, from my own inbox. So a great example would be I get these emails from people who are pitching me first email. They want to send out, hey, here's who I am. Here's what we do. Can we book a call? And the reality is like, they don't actually know if I have any need, and there's no exploration that's taking place at all for what they're asking for. What they're doing is they're being lazy. They're just saying, and because they're lazy, I'm gone, and it's not that they can't do a good job of what they say. They may be great, but they have to find another way to build rapport before the pitch, right? It's all about rapport building. So when you're thinking about your email strategy, because you can use the tools here, right? If you're in the third email, okay, maybe I want to send over a link of some more examples to have them to know not only am I very serious because I'm here, I'm a normal human being, but I have a lot of really good case studies and examples to show you and share with you. And that may build enough rapport to get a response. So I'm trying to build enough rapport to get to the next step. In this case, most of the time, I just want a response. And your interest here, who's the right person? So we have a who's the right person campaigns we build because I know that if I'm emailing the wrong person, they're going to go past it quick. But if I email the 10 of the wrong people, 2 or 3 of them might actually give me a response to who's the right person, who's the right guy or gal. And then I can just use my own hustle. Okay, so Stephanie's the right person. Great. I have her name sort of. Maybe it's spelled right, maybe it's spelled wrong. I don't know. I'm going to go to LinkedIn. I'm going to look at, now I know how it's spelled. Now I see their email structure. I'm going to put 2 and 2 together. I'm going to send her a direct email. And then I might call her in a few days, et cetera. But that's where pipelines kind of can come into play as well. So this stuff, like being organized, is really important, especially when you're trying to scale and push. It's always good to have a VA, have an administrator, have someone who's helping you. Number one, big deal. And then also too, if you get a salesperson, like, for example, Robert's on the call, Ollie's on the call, these guys help run sales for us. Ollie, you want to jump in and say, hey, does it, what's your experience with pipeline management? And when there's a lot of leads that we're working through, give everyone your experience of like what it's like to use a pipeline. I'm going to show one off here, an example as you're sharing. You want to go? Are you here still? Are you asleep somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hello, guys. My name is Ali. I from time to time Zach would hand off us a campaign. Either it would rather be in automotive, and especially in automotive industry, you will see there's a lot of management. So sometimes you would we have tons of numbers that we need to call, and they would lead to just front desk. So in order to find the right person, it's not just we go through a process. It's we call them and they say, oh, we don't know the right person, or maybe our sales manager know it, or sometimes it would be an internet manager. So in order to actually find the right person, we would do these process. We would call them, we would send out emails. It would be a bunch of sequences. And from all that management, one of them, maybe it's just a sales guy, would actually just reply us, oh, it's John. He's our internet director. So from there, we would search, okay, we got a name now. So we would search LinkedIn, as Zach said, we would find his full name or contact over the LinkedIn. And now we have a goal. We know it's John, so we can actually call the front desk with confidence. And this time when I say, hey, can you pass me to John? It asserts much more confidence, and the front desk would actually transfer me this time because she thinks he knows what he's talking about. He knows it's the right person. So it really helps out. But you got to find the right person first. It's really important.
Good. Great job, bro. That's true. I've had you always called 1,000 people probably for us. So here's a quick pipeline, some pipeline tips, and you can do this however you want to, guys, like in leadstack or in your own CRM, etc. So when you make a pipeline, it's the CloudPano sales pipeline. You just create one and you can name the stages, etc. I'm going to show you CloudPano. We have new lead, interested, demo booked, demo completed, trial started, general follow-up sequence, long-term follow-up sequence, and one. So really, really simple. Try to keep it simple. Try to have your sales go one direction. It's really important. We have an automation set up to where if someone hits us in the chat, specifically in the like on a homepage, or and say in your case, it's your homepage or a subpage, etc. If they start chatting you want to create an opportunity. So you create an opportunity and it goes here. So here, not every opportunity is a good opportunity. It's just how the world works, right? But when you create one, it creates a little card automatically. It puts their name in there, puts their phone number, whatever information they've given us, and what stage they're at. Okay. You can also add opportunity value. So if someone is worth $10,000 and someone else is worth $200, we want to know that quickly, or the sales team needs to know that, because that's how they're going to prioritize their time, or how they should, right? Don't spend many hours with someone who's worth $200 when you can spend those same 2 hours with someone who's worth $50K. And I'll tell you, Robert and the team and I, we had a 3-month sales cycle for a project we just closed for $68,000. That's the one you got to focus on. You don't want to focus on the one that is, $49 a month, even though that person is great and valuable to us and we want to serve them, but as a salesperson, that's where he needs to focus. So he can get some commission. So once we determine that this person is a good lead, we can move them over to the interested column, and there they are, really simple and easy to track. So RG just stands for Robert Gear, because that's Robert Gear has been assigned to that specific lead. If Robert doesn't touch his leads over here enough, then he's going to hear it from management. We're going to say, hey, clean up this pipeline, guys. Get the bad ones off of there. And sometimes people are already customers, or they just end up here somehow, so we have to clean that up, right? And then we say Ollie books a demo. In this case right here, he booked in with this guy right here, Massimo is what it says. And then if they complete the demo, we have this pipeline called demo complete, not closed. So these are actually really helpful, because this is actually probably where you want to start as a salesperson, right to left, right? You want to get to a place as a business owner where your team is running your pipeline and you are kind of dumping the data in the top, right? You're the guy getting 10,000 leads and putting them into your systems, and you're managing those 10 email campaigns. Maybe you got 1 or 2 salespeople. That's okay. They're doing demos with people that are good leads, and those good leads are you're working through together, like what you're going to offer them, how you're going to offer to them, and what it takes. And also too, you can put timelines on these as well too. Like if I want to snooze somebody, I have a snooze pipeline, etc. If someone had a trial, or if you put them into a long-term sequence, etc., you can do that as well too. Okay. Any questions about that? Does that make sense on pipelines? You're willing to?
Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is trying to find the right words to say. I am amazed. This is such a powerful software. What I am, and it's probably my age showing, but it would be great. I came on to CloudPano before, or just as you're rolling out leadstacks, and I said, yeah, I got to get on this, because this is going to help me. This is going to be, my back room initially.
Basically, yeah.
I still need to, I guess, visualize, okay, I'm going to start out here in campaign or
Why?
uploading contacts, and then I'm going to work into a campaign. Then I'm going to move into a pipeline. I just maybe just a quick graphic, and I'll pick it up. But it's the steps. Nothing against your presentation, Zach. You're great. I love watching. I got to rewind a couple times. Okay, I got it.
Totally fine. And I'm going fast here, and that's my bad. And I kind of have to pre-apologize. I'm going fast.
No,
There's
hey,
a lot of components.
listen, it's all about if people can't handle the fire, get out of the kitchen. It's
well, don't worry, Steve. Even my team's like, hey, what'd you say, Zach? What are you talking about? Like, so it's not just you; it's people internal in CloudPano as well.
But maybe a little couple of slides just saying, hey, here's the timeline of an opportunity. It starts out here, it goes to here, it goes to here, it goes to, because I'm still grappling. There's probably 7 or 8 steps, or am I making too much of it?
Yeah, so that's a good, maybe what we'll do is like, on our onboarding sequences, we'll have a video about opportunities and how to create your first pipeline. This one's an active pipeline, right? So like anything else, if I built it from zero and now it's got all these leads on it from people who are responding, et cetera, I know it because I built it, right? So it's always better, I feel like, even watching a workflow, it's like, it's better if you build the workflow, because then the workflow is in a second and seared in your brain. Does that make sense? Versus you could use my we install some in everyone's account. Hey, here's an example of, how to a property management workflow. We have one inside the account, but even that, it's like, you could use it, and I want you to use it to go faster, but you're gonna have to still go through it and replace what is important information to you and not important information to you, et cetera. So, so it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, how I explained to my dad one time, it was like, hey, listen, we can analyze something together and look at it together, but at the end of the day, it's like, you go build your analyzing tool and I'll build mine, and we'll come together at the end and we'll decide, instead of me trying to teach you my tool, you just go build it, analyze it yourself. And then now that tool is seared in your mind, and it'll make sense to you because we'll show Excel spreadsheets to each other. And he's like, okay, where does this calculation go? Where's this cell linked to? And to him, it's clear as day. And to me, I'm like, hey, this ain't clear. Hold on one second. So it's the same as true with any type of back end or backbone of your business. Your pipeline may be 3 steps: new lead, contacted, good or bad, that's it, and that's easy. We happen to want to push people to a demo and then track the people. Our sales team needs to be tracking, hey, have we already demoed them? If we have, move them to the next stage, right? Some people don't need that, and some people don't need a long-term drip campaign, et cetera. So we think of it that way.
Hey, Zach,
yeah.
quick, do you want to go through some of the questions in the chat real quick? So
sure.
I guess, do you want to stop the share and then go to the chat real quick, and we can read off some of those answers?
Sure, I can try.
We can start with Gary.
Thank you, Zach.
Sure.
With the email rules from Europe. I know we have rules here in the United States, but you want to talk into the D&D, I guess, is where we could touch on that.
Great question. I don't think about anything from Europe because I don't prospect in Europe. Just being clear and being honest. I know there is GDPR rules. I know, and so go consult your GDPR compliance person. Whatever I'm supposed to say to go figure that out. But I also know that all of our emails that we send out, the first email has an unsubscribe link in the bottom that you can, hey, if you don't want to receive emails from us, you can click unsubscribe. You can turn that off. I just don't recommend doing that for deliverability's sake. Same with our text messages. Our opt-out messaging is quit, QUIT, if you don't want to see us anymore, et cetera. So you're supposed to have those. Like there was so in America, so this is a bad answer to your question. In America, there was a brand new compliance that just came out called ADP 10 DLC. Basically, it's an SMS compliance. You have to submit your phone number and your opt-out messages in order to send out marketing emails or marketing text messages. So we had that set up. it's a big deal. You want to make sure you pass it for SMS. Now you don't need SMS to like go scale and like use this tool, build funnels, send email campaigns, run your CRM. You don't need those things. You don't need SMS, but it's just nice to have it. Same with, so in Europe, like I don't have the answer. I know that what I would feel like, let's say I'm in the UK. I really feel like the only people that care about that kind of stuff are people that I shouldn't be contacting anyways. So I don't know. It's kind of a silly, my answer would be, I probably, if it was just me, I probably would poke around a little bit more and see where's the in between, like where's the gray area of how much I should be able to email people. Hey, what's up? My name's Zach. Can I talk to you? So it's like trying to get consent from somebody you've never talked to. How are you supposed to do that if you don't talk to them? I don't know. It's a very interesting question, but so I don't have a perfect answer about GDPR, to be honest with you. Hope that's not a cop out terrible answer, but that's my answer. Hi, Susan. How are you? Don, how are you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just had an idea regarding the gentleman from the UK. I'm assuming, I guess I didn't hear his voice. Anyway, I would go down to the local cell phone and then just ask or call the local cell phone provider and say, where do I get this? Where do I get to this website to find out the regs?
Yeah, I think he's referring to email, which is a little different, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was SMS.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, okay, so now we got, why wouldn't, first email question, how do you build workflow and manage this? My team is small. Rob, did I answer your question about building a workflow for your team? Trying to make sure I got everyone's questions here. And y'all can yell at me too. It's okay. There's no rules. We're just here to help each other.
There's also some pre-built ones there, correct, Zach?
Yep. I'll pull some
pre-built workflows.
Yes, sir. Let me show you some. Oh, let me make sure I share my screen here. Yeah, so let me show some of the pre-built workflows to help people kind of better understand what's already in the accounts when you grab one. So when you click on automation, this is where all your workflows are. Think about workflows like this. I can contact leads there. I can move around data, and I can do things with that data. So, gosh, there's a little spring on this little holder. It's really loud. So yeah, let me show some examples. So this is our, we call it our template, CloudPano Local 360 template. I included some property manager cold emails that we've used in the past. So when you click into the workflow, you'll see kind of what those emails look like. You're going to want to look into them and really kind of edit those or change them based on your preferences or your desires, but they're in there to kind of help you get started. So we got a property management folder. We have, what else we got? Real estate team folder. Our emails are sometimes different in that sometimes we'll send out like, hey, you also have the option of creating a virtual tour, something like that. So some people like that. Some people don't. It's kind of a backup offer, kind of a way you can put it. You can have a live call inside the listing. So stuff like that. Let me see what else we got here. What else do we add in here? Oh, it's trying to load and be on Zoom at the same time. Yeah, so there's a funnel website form submission. So what that means is when someone adds their information into a form, what happens with it? We can customize that however we want to. We also have appointment confirmation and plus reminder. So when someone books an appointment, they'll get a 24-hour reminder. They'll get a 1 hour before reminder. They'll get a 5 minute before reminder. And the reason why you want to have all these, have salvation in place, is because we want them to show up, bro. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there. Your time is valuable. We want to increase show up rates, right? Now, I had to have feedback from one lead, so just keep this in mind. Hey, I like all those emails you sent to me, and I realized like I don't always want to have like necessarily every like an hour before and 5 minutes before. So I actually removed I think 5 minutes before for R specifically, because I was just like, because your calendar is going to also notify you as well 10 minutes prior. So it's kind of a little bit overkill, but you can customize it however you want to and adjust that how you want to as well. So let me see what else is here. So yeah, whenever you jump into your account, you'll see that auto missed call text back, super powerful. It's actually one of my most favorite ones. Here's what it does. When you have a missed call on your phone number in LeadStack, it will wait a moment. So it's maybe a minute, maybe 30 seconds, however you want to do that. it will assign it to a user, and it will send a text message back in reply. So if I miss a call, inbound call into my leadstack phone number, it will say, right here, it will say, which you can customize however you want to. Hey there, sorry, I missed your call. How can we help? And it will say dash your location name. So whether it's CloudPano, whether it's an RV park, and actually this is a great example because I have exposure to the RV park world. You know, the people that book time and actually come stay and live in an RV park, typically they're making a phone call. It's not as often that they almost never send an email to the company. And if they're inbound lead, and they fill out the form, there's kind of shopping pricing. But if they call, they're ready to go come stay. Okay. So if you miss calls as this specific company in this specific niche, if you're an RV park owner, then what happens is you miss opportunity. So this response text message to a missed call, because missed calls are going to happen, right? This response text message that I've sent back to them starts a conversation and gives you time to check it. Oh, I missed the call. Oh, we're talking to that person. And you can even reply back automatically if they reply to your text in a separate workflow. And you can notify your entire team or notify the person that is, in this case, it's assigned to. So it is pretty powerful stuff because you have a team or it's just a small team or even it's just you and one other person or just you miss a call from a very important lead who has money now, but you're busy on a shoot or doing something, it will text back to them automatically and start a conversation so they feel served and cared for. Does that make sense? Is that, raise your hand, that makes sense kind of deal? So this is already built into your campaigns. Now you can adjust, or you can, in your account, you can adjust this and change this however you want to, but this is actually so powerful, so simple, yet so powerful. When I called a business the other day for our AC went out, we had a compressor fail actually, or whatever that small thing is outside on the outside AC stopped turning. Or it stopped blowing cold air. So half my house is hot. It's 103 degrees out. I'm ready to pay now. I'm hot now. I text my buddy Matt, hey, who do you know? I call that guy. He doesn't answer. And I look him up on Google my business, and it's just like, it's just his house. I'm like, he doesn't answer. I need to do something now. So I'm texting somebody else, say, who do you got? And we get a different answer. That person answers our different contact, different AC company. That person was called Top Notch AC. We call that person, they answer the phone, and they got my business. They're out there in 45 minutes, and I paid them. And they fixed it really fast too. It was like this perfect example of I'm living out the experience as a customer. If you don't answer the phone, you miss business. It's just how it is. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science, right? So for your business or for your clients as well, say you set up leadstack for a client, and you get commission, or you have a different higher level marketing service you're provide for them, because you can do all these things I'm talking about for your clients as well and charge a bunch of money for it as well. So be thinking like, I can do this for my business and I can do it for them as well. We had a guy in the past who used a website template that we provide to basically pay for everything he invested in. It was kind of cool. It's like a really quick ROI. Okay, cool. So was that helpful, showing some of the templates that are already pre-built inside the leadstack builder?
Yeah, it was. Zach, I got a question though.
Sure.
So I'm seeing this, I'm appreciating this. So I used to have everything in QuickBooks. I moved to 17 Hats. How does 17 Hats and leadstack, can they work together? Are they completely separate? I know this is lead management and lead heavy with leads, but could it work with 17 Hats, or do I have to come out of and go into to start creating invoices and quotes and stuff like that?
So I'm not familiar with 17 Hats, but I'm looking at it right now, and I'm assuming you can do online scheduling, online payments, quotes, full CRM, email templates. Yeah, it sounds very similar. Okay. You can send invoices as well. We have a whole payments section in leadstack. I can show that off here in a second. Sorry, I'm just kind of comparing and contrasting here. Okay,
that's fine. That's what I need to know, because I'm learning a lot with 17 Hats, but it's like, could I do this? And now I would have to step up the game with leads, so I would have a place to, dump them, or a place to funnel them, keeping my funnel full.
Yeah. So I know I'm showing a bunch of stuff, and it's not to overwhelm. That is not my goal. My goal is not, hey, overwhelm, they're going to love it. No, it's just that when you think about lead management is a good way to, I think it's a good way to describe it. Like you got to attract the lead with tools. So in the case, it's website builder, funnel, it has to capture the information. We need to nurture that lead, right? We need to like talk to them. So the nurture tools are all there. We can send a text, we can send an email, and our team can manage it together, which is a big deal. So like that's the contacts, conversations flow. It's all right here. I can see everything. It's all right here in this conversations flow. And then we need to get paid. We need to close the deal, right? So it's kind of the last part of the 3-pronged stool, if you want to put it that way. So I'm going to pull up payments here and show you. And so opportunity, so conversations, contacts, and opportunities all kind of work together in that contacts is all your contacts. Opportunities are just the ones you kind of really care about. Like these are the ones I really want to focus on. I have a lot of contacts, but like these 10, these are my bread and butter right here. I want to look at, I want to wake up in the morning and I want to look here at the opportunities pipeline. And then also you want to get paid, right? Now we integrate with Stripe. So that's like the merchant that's making the transaction, that's putting the money in your bank account, et cetera. But you can create invoices in here as well. And you can also even have proposals and estimates as well. What I also like that you can add products directly from Stripe. So let's say you have like 20 different variations of products, or you have 3 or you have 5. You can just import them and then you can place them wherever you want to. So once those products are imported, just like you would think about everything connecting to each other, you can import them wherever you want to, and show off, like say you had 3 packages you wanted to on your website. You can sell those products on your website by adding that product to a specific page. Let me show off this invoices using CloudPano example so I can jump into some samples. Now, when it comes to invoicing, Stripe also has an invoicing tool, and you can manage recurring through it as well too. But if you want to templatize stuff, you're going to want to use templates you can build in here, right? So I can make a new invoice, or I can make a new recurring template as well too. And you can track orders. So let me just pull this up here. Invoices, you can go as simple as a PDF to somebody, right? But you can get a little bit more professional with that, kind of showing off your information, adding some items as well too, and send these over. They can pay as well when you send them to them. Like just click the button and they can pay it. So because it's integrated with Stripe. So I look at it as a nice to have, but you don't have to have this, but something you can play with as well. I like to be able to sell products. So y'all know me, I like selling products. And when I think about these tools I'm describing, there's a world where a true back-end world where you have 3 to 5 products, or you have 3 on your website that you show off. You buy an ad for Google Street View virtual tours or drone photography, right? So maybe someone's looking for drone stuff. They want a commercial drone package and they want to pay for these 3 or 4 things. Oh, they want to get 10 photos. Okay, it's the second package. Oh, they want to get 15, and that's on your website. And you have a drone provider that's your local trusted friend. Maybe it's Robert. Maybe Robert's in Dallas, because Robert is in Dallas right now. That's why I'm bringing that up. And I go into Dallas and I say, Robert, we're going to go after drone services in Dallas. And here's our 3 tiers. You're going to run this pipeline for me, and I'll let you know if we get paid. Okay. So I run traffic. They come to the website. They give their lead information. The next page, they can buy a drone package right there. And then it sends over to Robert. Hey, Robert, this person bought. And Robert knows what he's going to make of every transaction. Maybe he makes half, but I'm controlling the lead flow. So we have this beautiful harmonious business together in Dallas that is all run on LeadStack, because I can add the products right there. That's kind of how I think anyways. So I'm willing to take less revenue per customer if I can get someone else to fulfill. Does that make sense? If I can just buy back my time. That's how I think about the world. So like for example, LeadStack's a tool. You can run the tool. William's going to run this tool and crush it, because William is an expert on LeadStack, and he's here to help you guys and onboard everybody who's here. He will literally do a call with you for an hour and walk you through everything. So William plus LeadStack are a great pair. So if you have questions, hey, William, you want to say hi and say who you are real fast?
Hello, this is William, project manager for LeadStack. and I'm always here for you guys whenever you need help. Actually, when you're in LeadStack, on the left at the bottom, there's a button that says Get Help. When you click that button, it opens up a calendar, and that is literally my calendar. So whenever you book a time, it's with me, and I'll help you with anything you need in LeadStack, creating workflows, walking you through the platform, anything like that. So always feel free to reach out.
All right, guys, and I have to get everyone's opinion really fast. This is actually super important. William looks like this actor from the movie Big Short. Okay, have y'all ever seen the movie Big Short? Where is it? Oh, I just lost it. Oh my gosh.
I watched that for the first time like last week.
Okay, dude, you are this guy. Okay, he has the same haircut and everything. In the movie, I can't remember his name, but is that not William right there? Like put a part down the middle. That's William. Okay, go watch The Big Short. That's William. You're gonna hear him talk, and you're gonna go, "Oh my gosh, I met this guy already." His doppelganger is right here. Here it is. Okay, sorry, we have a serious question coming in. Don, go ahead, sir. I'm just messing around over here. Oh, I can't hear you, buddy. I'm gonna click ask to unmute. Can you hear? I can't hear you, but I would like
All right,
to.
can you hear me now?
Oh, yep, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, on that, when you were in there, just had a couple of questions.
Sure.
Because I've been watching a couple of the videos. There was something that said AI content.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about?
Yeah, so we have two different types. And you can also integrate workflows with ChatGPT. Let me show you an example really fast, just for funsies here. So there's two types of AI content. There's images and there is text that you can write. You can pre-build. Let me show you images real fast because it's kind of cool. So there's a bunch of different landing page examples and templates. Now this one's one I was just playing with. I mean, it's just loading so slowly. Come on, Zoom, we can do it together.
I think somebody mentioned seamless AI as a way to gather leads. Is that?
Oh yeah, I threw
ahead.
that into the chat. That's a tool that I like to use every once in a while. Basically seamless.ai is it's like an AI tool that allows you to gather leads from LinkedIn. There's a lot of similar platforms, but that's one that I like to use. So definitely look into that if you want to build up an email list. You can kind of just scrape leads from there, and then you can import them into LeadStack pretty easily. And I'm going to try to do a video about that in the future. I don't know if I'll use Seamless because there's a lot of similar platforms like that, but that's the one I like.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've never used it though, William. I would like to check it out soon, actually. I heard good things. So I'm here just playing around. You can basically generate AI images as well. And you can also use ChatGPT in workflows. And then you can also train some AI responses. Basically, what that means is I can make a video about it. It's kind of complicated, but basically you can say you have the top 3 or 4 questions people ask. You can ask the question, answer the question, and the tool will kind of find the answer and give a suggested response. And there's some other things coming out too where you can have, and it's not perfect. So AI is not always perfect. So I don't necessarily push it super hard, but you can have a back and forth conversation where you're booking a time based on your availability and ask, hey, are you available at this time? And they respond. And now what I have noticed that some AI tools and the APIs we're using can get expensive. So I don't always love promoting them too much, but if you want to just go wild and automate every single little thing, you can do that. For this one, I put lawyer yelling at someone. That's kind of a silly dream. My AI prompts need to improve, but yeah, there is some AI things that we're working on, as well as, let me show you what it looks like to do what's called a premium workflow implementation. And you can just, as you add images, it's there. And you can also add AI content, like with a little AI content button. Basically, you can just say, write me ad copy for the website, and it'll do it. So you want to say, this is a lawyer's website, write the headline, and it'll give you an example of the headline. Let's do that actually. Let's do it right now. So I can show you an example. I don't use this. I like to write my own copy most of the time.
Oh,
The AI
so while
world
you're
scares
doing
me,
that,
but yeah, go ahead.
you had a video that I was watching, and you were posting to social media, but you took away TikTok. Can this post to TikTok as well?
Yes, it can. Now TikTok's videos, right? So I was posting images, so I removed it off of that example. I'll show you here in a little bit. There is like some really cool. I was surprised at how responsive people are actually to our automated social media postings now. We've been doing it for a few weeks, and like it's pretty cool. So that's a powerful service that, I mean, it looks really complicated, but it's really easy, really easy. I think that it's an easy way to make $500 a month off a customer. Not that I'm saying you have to make a certain amount, but you can. Okay.
You can post to Facebook,
we go.
Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, and TikTok. Those are the platforms we support.
I need to add LinkedIn as well. Hold on a second. So I'm writing a headline for a lawyer that handles, let's say, truck accidents. Just see what pops up here. Length of content, we'll go small because it's going to be a headline. All right, generate. Get the compensation you deserve. Trust our experienced lawyer for your truck accident case. With proven track records of success, this is how they talk. At least in the Texas commercials, this is how they talk. We will fight for the rights of the insured justice she is served. Don't delay on us today for your compensation. That's pretty cool. I like this. And you get a couple different examples. AI always trips me out, how many different things they pop up with. But yeah, so that's an example of that. And then let me show an example of the recurring social media. So the reason why I like the recurring social media tool, it's not just like a social media scheduling tool. That's one thing. But to do it recurring, like on a weekly basis for 5 years, like that's 1,800 activities in one activity. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you the CloudPano ones. And y'all are going to see this. If you like, we're just hanging out on Facebook and just kind of scrolling, you'll see new post just now. It's pretty cool. Go ahead. Sorry. Someone asked a question. So let me pull up this one.
I'm sorry. I had my mic open.
Oh, you're good.
Shame on me.
It's all right. It happens all the time. So let me grab an example. Basically, let's view this one real quick. This one's in progress. Let's see when that's already been posted. So this right here, I want to preview this. So this Instagram post was posted, and it's going to be posted every single week for 5 years. Okay. And the reason why this is important or helpful is because the social media platforms, basically they favor new stuff. So when it's newly posted, they like that. That's good. So for you, if you have 30 posts, images, even if it's just the simple, like not even that good, look how small is text. We have to improve this. But if you post a very simple image, because it's new, it's going to get more love. So that's good. That's true for your business. You can have a post that posts once a month for 30 posts. So that's every day you have some post, and that's 30 actions your VA creates, etc. Your team does, and then it just does that every single month. You got something that's coming out, and it looks very active, right? So customers love this. A real estate agent loves this. They want to be on social media, but they're also really busy, right? So there's an arbitration opportunity. They have a need, and you have the tools. Does that make sense? So all you have to do is make sure you're admin on the account. And you can do that. So really, really simple to do this. I showed a whole video about it, but basically you create a new post, you create a recurring post, and select your accounts. And we have a new special group coming out, by the way. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be amazing coming out soon. A new, a better than Facebook group coming soon. But anyways, yeah. So that answer your question. It's just a really cool tool. I like kind of love it. So you can make money from this very easily. Also helps your business very, very, very scalably. Cool. I think I've covered like everything that I can think of. Stephanie, go ahead. I see your question or a little hand.
Yes, you had said you made a comment earlier about an easy way of making $500 on a customer. I didn't quite catch how it was that you were saying that worked.
Yeah. So any small business owner has a variety of marketing needs, right? One of those needs can be based on when you have, so I call it the problem first solution conversation. Tell me your problems, which this will work for anybody, for anything, and probably forever. I think this is like a very good tool for all of us, whoever we're talking to. Like I have a call on Friday with a guy who owns a storage facility. I know exactly how to help him, but I'm not going to go into to what I can help him with right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to say, tell me what you're doing. Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you want to be and what's holding you back. And that could be a 10-minute, you want to frame, you want someone to tell you what they need. So for example, if you talk to a real estate agent and they say, I'm trying to grow my business. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. Hey, good. How are you trying to get there? What's important? What do you think would help? If they mention social media, if I can be on social media more, etc. Cool. Well, what if I just automated some of that stuff for you and posted it all and planned it all out for you? Would that be valuable? If they mention it, one of their pains is managing social media and they want to be in more platforms. If they mention that pain and you have a solution, there's an arbitration opportunity where you can help them in this case. But they have to reveal that pain. It has to be actually helpful for them. You can't just like tell someone, hey, you need more social media. Like that doesn't always necessarily, it's not always good. Like you want to help people with the problems that they have and are clear to them, right? So a virtual tour is not the recipe for every customer, but it is for some. And there's some niches that already are out hunting and looking for, where's my virtual tour provider? I need to find this person, locally, et cetera. But not always. Sometimes they have a different pain. And the like Elon Musk said, the bigger problem you solve, the more money you're going to make. So he's going to rocket ships to Mars and build electric cars. So he's embodying that, right? So it's up to us as well too. So it's not just like think like why does leadstack exist? It exists because we all need to manage and prospect and close more sales and get more leads, right? So because that problem is really, really important, it's a high level problem. We want to be providing value into that world, right? So same for us as entrepreneurs. We got to find the problems that are important to the customer. So that's just going to require asking those questions. So back to your $500 easy kind of question. Easy fulfillment to teach a VA. All you make sure you're the admin or your team is the admin of those pages, and you can go schedule out those posts, make them recurring. If someone wants less posts, you can charge them less. If they want more than 30 posts a month, etc., you can charge more. You can have it 3 tiers. That way, have them pick how much they want per month, and it could be on all those platforms that we're talking about. Would you like William? Would you agree with that? What just kind of any feedback about social media posting? Like, I know you've done some in the past. I'm just curious, I'm sorry, Stephanie. Was that answer your question? It was kind of going off a lot of different things, but got a lot of stuff in my brain. I'm bringing up.
Okay. Well, I have no idea on pricing of things, so you're gonna, be more of an expert on this than I am. But is what you're saying is you post 30 times for several different platforms for, say, a realtor, and they pay you $500 a month to do it?
That's kind of what I'm saying.
It's not like, okay, so it's not the same. Is it this? It wouldn't be the same thing every day for 30 days, would it?
Well, no, that wouldn't be a valuable service. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
So Stephanie,
so how would you? Go ahead.
Sure. Thank you. So what you would do is create 30 separate unique posts throughout 1 month. And then essentially the next month, those same posts are just reposted, duplicated for the next month. And so with leadstack, you can make that process automatic. Before I came to CloudPano, I had my own social media agency, and that's actually what I did. And I would do like $7.50 per post. And then so you can do the 30-day posting calendar. And then, so my price would have been 30 times $7.50 for that. And then just do a reoccurring invoice with that client for that amount every month and do the automatic reposts. So that's how you would make money off of that.
Okay.
Was that a little bit better?
Okay, so then, yeah, that's better. But then, I mean, how do you create the content, the 30 different pieces of content that actually add value?
There's a couple
That
of
would
different.
be valuable. And then,
Good
and it would be
questions.
valuable on a reoccurring basis every single month. I mean, you've got 30 and then times 12, I guess, but
Well,
it's
of
all the
course,
same stuff.
yeah. So the easiest thing would be Canva, and then what would be even easier than that is finding someone on Fiverr or some other platform where you can outsource and having them do the 30 designs using Canva. That's the way that I would have done it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And actually, if you want more help, like looking into how to do that and stuff, you can always reach out to me. I can shoot you an email if you'd like.
Okay. I think we have a scheduled at 1:30 today, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay,
That's in
excellent.
14 minutes. Well, hot dang, y'all better. Oh, I'm not sure what time it is where you are, Stephanie.
I'm Central Texas.
Okay, great. Cool. This is
I
good. I'm
also
loving this
seen
right now.
that how Chat GPT, you can ask Chat GPT to actually write you content. Give me 30 ideas on portrait photography to post for social media over the next 30 days, specifically with families. And then boop, boop,
Nice.
boop, 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 it'll spit it out, and then you can go from there.
Yeah, I've used the prompt. Get for this keyword. Can you please give me an SEO? Basically, it was called a cluster, and it will give me an SEO cluster for blog posts to do for the next 15 days or whatever. It's really, really powerful stuff. So I have a specific keyword I'm going after, and different topics around that keyword. It's cool. It's very crazy. It's like trip your mind out for sure. Amazing. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Stephanie, it looks like our call is for tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
okay.
I can.
Okay, no problem.
I'll shoot you a message.
Okay, well,
after.
let's just finish this up first, and then and then
Okay,
if you have time
cool.
later today, that's fine. Cool.
Okay.
It looks like 360 VR crew. Are you still here? I got an example of a RV I can show you, or we have some I can show. I'm trying to answer people's questions, but it'd be easier if y'all just yell at me.
Example, but if you want to show another example, I'm sure that'd be fine.
Sure.
We'll
Well,
send
y'all
in
can.
the,
Whoever wants.
sent in the chat here.
Okay, we're getting towards the end here of this call, and I was hoping to be helpful as possible. So if anybody have any questions about anything, I would love to be able to help with it. I know this is more of a lead stack kind of centralized call. There's a lot we can do there. So kind of probably create a lot of rabbit holes for everybody. So the recorded version, that's no problem, Ramon. We'll do that. Good job, Ollie. Send over some links. Okay, great. Man, so I have a stand-up desk, and I'm like drinking an energy drink, and I'm like standing up and talking a lot. This is hard, bro. It's after a while. Where'd you? Yeah, I'm not gonna take a nap after this. Well, thank you all for being here.
Is that before you go?
Yes.
Can you show the website demos that are in CloudPano? I know you just use one on the I'm trying not to use my when I get it, I don't want to just use my 30-day or 15-day, whatever it is. I want to see it before I purchase it.
So when you click sites, and this purchase is $0, so don't worry, it's there's no risk. But when you click sites and so you have websites or you have funnels. I hang out in funnels. I'm a marketer. I hang out in funnels. Click new funnel and you go to from templates. This is over 1,000 templates are in here. These are kind of starting places to get you rolling. You can type in, like, let's say you have a realtor or who wants a website, or you have someone who's brand new at something, and you just type in the example, and you might find one already. So let's preview this one. It's just an example. So come on, load. So this is kind of like it's got color coordination. It's got a nav bar. It's got a headline. Okay, I can start with this. I can make something out of this, right? So if I click continue, I'll say it's a wholesaler or an investor needs a website. If I'm a website for somebody, I'm going to charge hosting maintenance fee, and if they have changes they need, etc. So I'm going to have an upfront fee and of course hosting fee as well. And now this is in my account, right? So I can change this to whatever. The better Zach way to sell real estate. Okay. I'm going to click save. I'm going to click preview to show it off. and then I can add a domain to it. So any domain. So just like you white label a CloudPano virtual tour by sending over your domain to the CloudPano server, it tells it that this specific CNAME is this specific URL. Same is true for clients of yours. So you can have them point to the server and then add that domain to the specific website. So you can provide website services or phone services to customers really easily. And you know, thinking it through, everyone needs a website. So it's a big market, which is really cool. So let me assign a domain here real quick, just to do it. So it says sell real estate. So that's what I just made. Click on settings. I'm going to grab a domain. Let's do this one. I click save. And now I'm going to preview. And just like that, we have a website that's live on the internet. Now, I already added the domain earlier. That's like a little more technical part of it, but William can help with that, of course. But yeah, this is a live web website right now. It says landing page. But it gets you going. It gets you rolling. So if I wanted to pre-sell one of these to someone, let me put this in the chat real quick just so you guys can see it. I always lose the chat. Oh, there it is. It goes blank on me. Yeah, there we go. So this is just an example. And like, if you can build this for someone, you can link it to a calendar, you can link to their calendar, you can embed their calendar, you can do all kinds of stuff you think you possibly could do. Or you can just hire a developer to do all this stuff for you, you know, so you can just like make the scope of work, own the tools, and then say, hey, once you pay, we'll start the project, and you can give it to the developer and they jump on it for you as well. So that's a possibility. So if you want to, like, you know, pester William, you can do that. William can be expensive though, so just keep that in mind. I'm just kidding. He's laughing at me. Okay, was that helpful, Don? Don, I can't hear you, but I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great. So again, this is a summary of what LeadStack is. It's this place to capture, convert, and prospect leads. It's a place to nurture them so you can have conversations. My favorite part is the mobile app where I can text and call from, and oh, it's not showing up. Text and call from the mobile app, and my whole team's in there. I can keep my team accountable. If you want to grow, you got to grow your team, right? You got to grow lead flow. You got to grow your team. You got to make more offers, make more transactions, right? So you got to have a place to run that back end. And then lastly, we get paid. We sell stuff on it, right? We have products on there, invoices on there. So you can fulfill on the automations using it. The automations part is what I think is the most attractive and cool thing. Long-time active campaign user, you know, it's an automations platform that I had to make sure. My question was always like, does it integrate with active campaign? Like my first question before I did anything, you know. And now I'm like, okay, cool. This is all one place. It's way better, which I'm very, very happy with. And so the tool is only going to get better as we build on top of it, add more workflows, more examples. And my hope is that you guys crush. I mean, you know, not just with virtual tours, but with other stuff as well too. So that's kind of my thinking along why we're rolling this out, is to help people be able to provide more things, optimize their business better, and yeah, make more money. That's the goal. So yeah, any more questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I think Stephanie has her hand up.
Oh, well, hold on.
I think it was from before. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
We're good then. Sorry about that.
Yeah. This is Brian. I have a question. It's just with respect to who would I talk to at CloudPano on some technical issues about video, integrating video?
Anyone on our support, you start off with a support email. Also, Robert's here, William's here, Ollie's here, Fawad is available. We're all available. Actually, we added 2 more people onto the team recently to help with support response time as well. So we're all here, but maybe you start with support email. And then if you don't get the right response that you want to get or see, you can just email Robert at CloudPano or William at CloudPano, and they'll get back to you right away. Robert will literally call my phone and say, I have a question. So that's if he needs to, or contact Clayton or our dev team as well. Hope that's helpful, Brian. Cool. And then lastly, I send out an email, but basically leadstack.ai/launch is our launch offer. So if y'all want to grab it, it's a good time is now. Cool. All right. I'm going to shut us down. You're welcome to email me afterwards, any questions or anything you concerns or thoughts, or, I'm here, I'm available. If I don't get back to you right away, it's not because I don't want to. I may have missed your email. I love you all. Appreciate you guys. And of course, keep hustling. See you later.
See ya, everybody.